So here's some final notes on the two-person form. We're going to give you a couple of just small details of what's going on to make the locks work a little better. When I do this, you touch it and go. You really don't want to give them time to block it. So you're going to try to go as quick as you can. But she does block it.
When you take this coat of ice, just make sure that you're putting some emphasis on the middle knuckle here. You can also use your knife edge if you want, but we're doing it this way with emphasis on the middle knuckle.
When you do the shoulder lock, be sure and get deep into the shoulder. That'll lock the shoulder out and give her less chance to escape.
And when I counter for this reverse figure 4, I want to make sure that I get up nice and deep within the shoulder here as well, and make sure that you're not too low and you're actually right above the elbow.
I'm going to release this. That's all I'm doing. It's not a lock. All I'm doing is just releasing it so I can get my hands away.
And when I counter with this Nikio, just make sure that the pressure is on the wrist bone and it's going to the attacker.
We'll step in for a Haragatami. Haragatami, the arm bar is right here against my body. I'm pushing her back, which is putting more pressure on the arm. You can hide it here, but even if you take it here, as you stretch it out, they really would not be able to counter that.
Then I'm going to counter with this gooseneck wrist lock, and just make sure that the emphasis is on the wrist, so you're trying to press the fingers to the forearm.
I'm going to do a spinning elbow. Notice how I still hold on to this. That way she cannot escape from the elbow.
Once I parry this, I'm going to come right into what would be a shoulder sweep throw, also in judo called an Asotogari.
I counter that by doing a Ude Gatami. Now this one is right up behind the elbow. This is pressing down, this is pulling up. It may not look like it, but it's two-way action.
Then I'm going to counter with 2 fingers into the eyelids. That's a nerve press right into the eyelid. And I'm going to put a knee in the back to make it a little bit more uncomfortable.
I'm going to take this and just go into a straight armbar.
From here, I do a spinning kotegaeshi, once again, emphasis with both fingers on the middle knuckle.
This is one part of the form I'd really like you to pay attention to. This lock is not a ni kajo nor a san kajo. It's kind of like in the middle. I'm grabbing the wrist so she can't move, and I'm going to push, and as this is going to pull.
Then I'm going to counter with a split 4-finger lock. Not much to talk about this one, just as long as there's two-way action, both of them going out and down.
Doing what we call Chinese armbar. But you have the armbar. This comes up behind the tricep, so it's similar to a tricep armbar. And this is, you grab your own to put pressure on it.
And when I counter here with this Saindo throw, we're making sure that we're deep behind the attacker and that this is taking the attacker to the rear and they would fall on their back.
The next lock is a tricep armbar. And my forearm bone is right up against the tricep. From here you can either grab your gi or grab your head, and either one that you can get more pressure to.
I'm going to counter with this crossing armbar here. You just want to make sure that the forearm is actually pressing against the elbow, so his own arm is actually creating the armbar.
I'm going to do a straight armbar with my elbow. Now this can also be done with just one hand, and it's very good for a knife technique. But this is how it is in the form.
And from here, I'm going to do the spinning eagle claw choke. Just from here, you just want to make sure there's no space within the choke here and that you're pressing upwards.
Basic Nikajo, but we do it straight on and step back to how it breaks the person's body structure.
And here with this Hijigatami or elbow break, I just want to make sure that my focus is on the elbow and that it could actually be an elbow break.
The next movement is a single leg, and I see people do this wrong all the time. It's not here, folks, because it's going to make it real easy. Come in tight, your head on the hip, and picking it up.
And from here, I'm going to counter with this guillotine choke. And once again, the way that Yume Dojo does it is most people lean back, but we actually turn to the side and lean back, and it gets a little bit more emphasis on the choke.
I'm going to release the choke. All I'm doing is breaking the hold and just step under. And this is a twisting wrist. One of the secrets here is this is up a little bit higher. You see most people come down here and do it. We do it up higher, so when I press on the bone right there. it's a little more painful.
My counter here is a spinning reverse Kotegaeshi, so the emphasis is actually here on the wrist going towards the attacker.
Now, I'm going to do a Tenkan movement, and what I'm actually doing is I'm using my elbow to push her around. And this is a Kotegaeshi with the fingers.
And I'm going to counter with a shoulder armbar. You want to make sure that your shoulder is underneath the elbow, and you're just going to lift up to apply pressure.
From here, I'm going to release, and I go into a reverse guillotine. Now, if you don't want to do the guillotine, you can come in low and do the back. That's a backbreaker. Hope those notes help some.